Hey, we live. Yo,
What up?
what
What
up,
up?
big
What
dog?
up? What? Low
We
cost
back in the
there.
building. Back in the
What's up?
building.
What's up with it? How's it going,
What's
bro?
up, man? Chilling, bro. Chilling. Ready to talk some NFL football. You ready?
Heck yeah, bro. Born ready for this.
All right, let's do
Make
it,
this
man. We
thing
back
happen.
in week 12. A lot
Yeah,
has happened since we've been back on here, B. So
it
we're gonna
has.
jump in. We're gonna start off with our two teams, of course. We're gonna start off with your Vikings first, man. 8-2, going on the road to play a Chicago team that got a new look offense, new offensive coordinator Thomas Brown. Tell me what you think about the matchup and how you feel about your Vikings so far this season.
I'll start with how I feel about him so far this, and then we can get into the matchup as far as that goes. Um, so far this season, man, it's kind of like a mirage, if you would think. I'm thinking back to 2 seasons ago, whenever the Vikings had 4 games and things were a little bit tough there down the stretch. I'm not saying that it's exactly like that. That's why I said it's a little bit like a mirage because our defense, to me, I feel like it's not it's not quite elite, Corey. And here's why. Because our secondary, if we run into a team, a la when we ran into you guys, that can protect the passer and not let our pass rush or not let Flores's blitz schemes get into their thing and get in and affect the other team's quarterback, and they can keep their quarterback clean, buddy. Buddy, let me tell you right now, that back end is
Yeah.
wide open. So that's some things that concern me. That's just on the defensive side of the ball, Corey. When you get to the offensive side of the football, we're talking about a team that has Sam Darnold at the helm right now, right? I don't know what to think about him, man. I think that JJ McCarthy is going to be our starting quarterback next season. I think that's what's going to happen. I don't think Sam Darnold comes back. That's my 2 cents throughout the season. He's done well. We're 8-2 in part because of him, but we're 8-2 in part in spite of him, and I'll explain. The reason I say that is Sam Darnold doesn't have to throw for 400 yards for this football team to win games. He doesn't. Sam Darnold just has to. Sam Darnold has to stop turning the damn football over. You have to stop targeting Justin Jefferson and realize that you have a guy named T.J. Hawkinson. You have another guy that's named Jordan Addison, and you got a couple of running backs in the backfield in Aaron Jones. And I love the pickup of Cam Akers. I think that that's like a slept on thing. I think as the season progresses, we're going to see Cam Akers get a little bit more touches over there because as much as I'd like Aaron Jones to keep going because I got him on my fantasy team, Aaron Jones just kind of looks like to me that he's lost a little bit. He looked nice there towards the beginning of the season, but here as of late, against the Jacksonville Jaguars, a team that gives up runs for days, he had a subpar day. He got hurt, this and that. And then this last week against the Tennessee Titans, which, yes, they have a good defense, but they've been known to let teams run the ball on him. What does he do? He gets stifled, bro. He's like less than 3 yards a carry that game. It's terrible. So it's like we can't get anything generated with the run right now. And our offense kind of looks like it's ready to just take off, but it just like deflates itself when we get in the red zone. And that can be a multitude of things, Corey. That can be us not being able to run the football whenever we get down in there because I've seen it many times. We'll get down first and goal, be on the 2-3 yard line. Aaron Jones gets stuffed. No game. I'm like, buddy, you can't punch something. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
little things like that that worries me, Corey, because yeah, it looks good when you're playing the Jacksonvilles of the world and when you're playing the Tennessee Titans of the world. But what happens whenever you got to pull up and play the Detroit Lions, who we're going to talk about, and teams like that, Corey? That worries me. I'm happy we're 8-2, but man, there's so many things that we need to fix, bro. Just so many things, and there's good positive things too. Okay, so don't let me think it's just all negative. Like Sam Darnold for what he is, that dude's putting up some. You know what I mean? Like he's got 20 touchdowns, 9
Yeah.
interceptions, something like that. Like dude's definitely putting up some numbers, but I just think if that continues and he continues the pace that he was having, it could spell some trouble for us. Man, that's where I'm at with it.
All right. So what you think about the game? Y'all 3.5 road favorites. You don't see that too often. So Vegas likes y'all a lot to be on the road and be favored by 3.5.
Is it a road
Chicago's-
game this weekend?
Yeah, y'all are at Chicago.
Really?
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought it was a home game.
No,
Call
it
me
says at
crazy.
Chicago.
Call me crazy.
Yeah, look, I agree with everything you said. Sam Darnold is what he is. How much are y'all paying him?
$10 million.
He's a $10 million quarterback.
That's
you know what I
what
mean?
I'm
So
saying.
he's a bridge. We all know that. He was supposed to be there to kind of help ease JJ in. So this 8-2 season is surprising. I think it's a good surprise. You guys got the second best record in the league. Got the second best record in the NFC right now. You lost to the Lions on the last minute field goal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So everything's right there in front of you for you guys.
And you convert a 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
We're talking about a different
overtime.
ball game. It's probably going to overtime.
Yeah.
Although if they don't let you guys block people in the back, but I digress. It is. We'll just roll on from there.
Yeah, but I got y'all winning this game against Chicago. I think this should
I love how
should be
you
a good
didn't
win
take
for
my
y'all.
little. You didn't take my little jab there. You didn't.
No,
you didn't fall for the bait
look,
there.
we won the game, bro. I don't have nothing to say. we won.
I bet.
I mean? If we'd have lost, I'd have came back with something. All right. So anything else to close that one out? You like your team against the Bears on the road?
I do. I'm also nervous just because of Soldier Field and it's my Vikings, and historically we play like absolute dog water in Soldier Field, and we haven't looked good the last couple weeks, even though we've won against mediocre teams. I don't put the Chicago Bears in the mediocre category, Corey, but they're not good. I don't know what to think.
They got a really
man.
good defense. I give them that. The defense is sneaky good.
I think it's going to be a little closer than people would want it to be, as much as I want it to be.
Y'all only 3.5 point favorites. Do I think y'all cover? Probably. You know what I mean? I'll say this: it is a divisional matchup. That would have me worried if I was a Vikings fan. The divisional matchups are always tough.
I don't know if it's necessarily worried. I'm not worried, Corey. I think in there we are the more talented football team. We should beat them. I think a Brian Flores led defense. Look what we've been doing to quarterbacks that are veterans this year, Corey. We've been making them look like that. We've been making them look foolish, right? I think that Caleb Williams is gonna get a lesson this Sunday. I think we win by. I'm taking this back. I think we cover that spread. 3.5. We're over. Give me the over.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's talk about my Lions next, man. Going on 9-1, tied for the best record in the league with the Chiefs. On the road, going against Indianapolis, a team that you guys lost to. That's your only other loss. Crazy enough.
No, we didn't lose to Indianapolis.
Did y'all win that game? Oh, the Rams. My bad.
Yeah.
So talking about this Colts team, they got AR back in the game. I hate it. I wish we would have got to play Joe Flacco. I'm being completely honest. Just the element of him being able to run the ball. I hate that. You know what I mean? He's just a superb athlete. Hopefully he throws a couple picks. That's what I'm banking on. We turn him over a couple times and we got to play clean on the offensive end. I'm happy where my Lions are at right now. But we have no breathing room. Y'all are right on our heels. Green Bay's right behind y'all. This is the toughest division in football right now, the NFC North. So it's great to have, the best record in the NFC, but it's not by much, and we don't have much wiggle room. So this game makes me nervous, man. It's an out-of-conference game. We don't see them much. They got us as road 7-point favorites. You don't see that too often. I've been saying this about my team. We're kind of getting everybody's best shot. Everybody's like wanting to just knock us off.
Kinda.
You know what I mean?
Kinda.
I go back to the Texans game 2 weeks
Oh.
ago. Like that scene at in Houston, that crowd was fired up. It was like a damn near like a playoff game against the Houston Texans. You know what I mean, from the AFC.
Right.
So
Right.
we're starting to get that kind of energy against other teams, and I hate it. You're right. I'm used to us being the hunters. Now when it's the hunted, you know you're going to get everybody's best shot. So you kind of
Right.
never take anything for granted, especially sitting here at 9-1. But I like our chances. I think we win the game, but I think it might be closer than 7 points. So
That was a very, 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 very humble approach to your opinion on your Lions. Very humble.
yeah,
Because
bro.
because I'm sitting over here as a Vikings fan right now, man. Just basically tipping my hat to you guys. You guys in my power rankings, we're going to talk about this later, but I mean, man, you guys are the most complete football team in the NFL right now. You guys lost Aiden Hutchinson. Everybody thought you guys were going to take a step back. What have you guys done? You've done nothing but absolutely annihilate the damn the way you guys just did them Jaguars the other day, man. That was that was wrong, dude. It's just it's the pieces that you guys have. Everything that you guys have is all put together. You guys have that two-headed monster in that backfield, and Jahmyr Gibbs. You have David Montgomery. You have arguably the best offensive line from right to left in all of football. You have Jared Goff back there that he's very comfortable in this system right now, Corey. You can just see it. There's games that the dudes went 18 for 18 in the game. You got Ross St. Brown running routes out there second to nobody. You know what I mean? Like the way that he runs routes is so crisp. He just seems to always be open. So I'm sitting here and I'm just going on and on and on about your team here, Corey. It's absolutely, it makes me absolutely sick. I hate it. I can't stand you guys. I can't
Yeah.
wait till the end of the season when we play you guys again, and I'm sure that we're gonna meet up in the playoffs. That's
I'm
just the
sure
way
of it.
this thing looks to me right now. That's where I'm at, bro. You guys are definitely looking nice, and I definitely have you guys covering that 7 points with ease. I don't think that thing is gonna be very difficult at all. I really don't.
I hope you're right. Hold on 1 second. I gotta turn this off. I hope you're right though. Give me 1 second.
No, you're good. You do your thing. I am right. I'm telling you.
But yeah, I'm sure we'll see y'all, man. I'm worried about it. We haven't been good for long, right? This is all our second year being really, really good. When you're a Lions fan, you know all the pain and heartache and all the letdowns from previous
Hell,
years.
I'm a
I'll just say
Vikings
that. That's
fan.
why I'm cautious.
I'm a Vikings fan, man. I get exactly what you're talking about. I understand. Trust me. I've seen my team get all the way to the NFC Championship game and absolutely blow it. You know what I mean?
All right, this next one we got to talk about, bro. We got to talk about this one. San Fran going to Green Bay. All right. This is a big game for implications for the playoffs. The Packers talking about NFC North. Will they continue to stay with the Vikings and Lions? San Francisco sitting at 5-5. B Hill, all right. This team was in a Super Bowl last year.
Second place.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what do you think about it? They got Green Bay as 3-point home favorites. Quick note, Brock Purdy took himself out of practice today with a shoulder. So I think he's going to play. I think the media is kind of making a big hype about it. It's more,
absolutely.
You know what I mean? But I'm going to let you take off on this one. What do you think about the game?
I'm going to assume Brock Purdy's going to play.
Let me ask you this. If the Niners lose, are they out? Are they done? Do you think they can come back and win that division if they lose to the Packers this week?
Well, the Cardinals are sick. The Cardinals are 6-4 right now, and the Cardinals got kind of a tough schedule coming up down the road. They've got some division games. They're always going to be. That NFC West, man, all four of those teams are really legitimately in the running for the damn thing, if I'm not mistaken. The
They are.
Rams might be on the outside looking in right now. I don't know exactly how the records stack because I've been really so focused on my Vikings and I've been focused on you guys. And that's been a whole lot about that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other than who I got on my fantasy teams. But I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I'll tell you this. If it started right now, B Hill, number 1 would be Detroit. Number 2 would be Philly. Number 3 would be Arizona. And number 4 would be Atlanta. You guys would be 5th as a first wild card, Green Bay.
How crazy
And
is
then
that?
Washington would be the last team in at 7-4.
How crazy is that? Because the only team
Yeah.
that matches us on schedule on record on that damn list that you just listed off is the Eagles.
Here's the kicker. Here's why I asked about San Francisco. They're sitting at 10th right now. They're 2 or 3 spots out of the playoffs, and they're 5-5. If they lose this one, they'll for sure be behind maybe Tampa Bay and Seattle. That might push them down to 12. I think that's a death sentence if they lose this game. They need this game.
Because why didn't we see this coming? Like, seriously, how many years was it that the Niners were going to keep getting away with this? You don't have to pay your quarterback. You got all these players because you had a cheap quarterback. And it's like, I've seen the same dudes on their team, man. I mean, I think the rest of the NFL's kind of figured them out too, Corey.
Yeah.
Really where we're at right now, man. It's everybody else in the NFC is kind of taking a notch up this year too. I mean, like, you stop and think, you didn't have the Vikings in there last year. They're in there now. The Eagles weren't really as competitive as they are this year. They are now. You have the Commanders that are up there. The Cardinals. Nobody had on their bingo card that the Cardinals through 10 games were going to be in first place in that division. Nobody had that. I don't care who you are. I'm the biggest Kyler Murray fan you'll see. I didn't have that on my bingo card. So it's like you add all those things up, Corey. Yeah, if they do lose this weekend, man, they might be up out of this thing because the NFC, man. I mean, you're literally sitting here talking about the first wild card could arguably come down to us or y'all, okay?
Right.
And then the second one's going to be the third place team in the NFC North. Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah.
I think the NFC North gets 3 teams into the playoffs. So what do we got at that point? We got one more wild card spot. Is that what it is?
And it's going to be for probably the Commanders. They're sitting at 7-4. The next team behind them is the Rams at 5-5, Seattle at 5-5, and San Francisco at 5-5. So it's a 3-way tie for 8th
place.
That
right there, it's big. It's a big game for San Francisco this weekend. This is a make or break type of game. You have to win this. But they do have games, if I'm not mistaken, against Seattle, against
division
the Rams
opponents. They can catch back up, but this was
a
loss here. The loss here makes it that much harder.
It's not good. It's not good. You don't want to lose here.
No.
You got Christian McCaffrey. It's not a death sentence,
but it gets you closer to death. I'll say that.
Yeah, no, it absolutely don't help. It damn sure don't help. I'll hear you there.
Who you got?
Give me the Niners, man. I think they're going to pull off a win.
I think they're going to so too, man. I think so too.
I think hungry teams, and at the end of the day, they're good. I think they're still a good team. I think the Niners get it done here.
To piggyback off how you started that part of the conversation, how did we not see this coming? We should have. This Niners team, they've been in 2 Super Bowls. They've been in 4 NFC Championship games. They're starting to get old.
Right.
Kind of old, my guy.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Some of their big time stars, Trent Williams, Debo.
I mean, Ayuk gone. He already out.
He's not there anymore. Like you could tell some of these guys are starting to get a little long in the tooth. So maybe that's a byproduct of it too.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
just saying. Hey, and it's always good to see Green Bay lose. I wouldn't mind seeing them lose.
Never.
Next game, though, we got two more. What were you about to say?
I said no. I was just agreeing with you. I said I would never hate to see them lose.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
It might be why I picked the 49ers. Not just saying. Hey, yeah.
The reason why I said the San Francisco 49ers need this one is because guess who the Cardinals play this week? They go on the road to play Seattle, a divisional matchup. Remember, Seattle's 5-5, Cardinals 6-4, I believe. So they have the lead in that division. But if Seattle wins this game at home, they get a game up on the 49ers. They get a game up on LA, depending on the next game we're going to talk about. But this is a huge division matchup. Seattle wins this, they get back in the driver's seat. They're number one in the division. Cardinals win, they expand their lead a little bit and really start to put a stranglehold on the West. Who you got in this one?
This is going to be a tough one, man.
You want the Vegas line before you talk about it?
What is the line? They got the Cardinals?
Cardinals by 1 point on the road. And that's not an easy place to play either.
So essentially they got 3.5. Because you usually get 2 to 2.5 for being the home team. Okay, so I like the Cardinals, man. I like this Cardinals team over there. They're a gritty little football team. Hang on 1 second here, brother.
Yeah.
I got somebody that was calling me. Hey, big dog. Hey, let me holler at you, man. I'm doing my show real quick. Yeah, I'll hit you back. All right. Sorry, big dog.
You good?
I'm back. We back. We Bizak. I apologize. I had a phone call that came through there. What was I talking about? Help me. Put me back on track.
Seattle. You was talking about Seattle and how good the Cardinals were.
The Cardinals, man, they are a gritty football team. The way that James Conner runs that football over there, they have Trey Benson that comes off the bench, Marvin Harrison Jr. over there. You got Trey McBride at the tight end position, man. Kyler Murray's out there slinging that thing, letting people know, like, hey, y'all must have done damn forgot that I won a Heisman Trophy and, like, I was the number one pick for a reason. I can kind of do some things. You know what I'm saying? And then you got on the other side, you got Kenneth Walker, you got Jackson Smith and Jigba, you got Metcalf, you got all them guys. I like the Cardinals in this one, though, Corey. I really, really do. I think that this is the second year that head coach has been there. This is the second year that they're in that system. They have a healthy Kyler Murray, man. I like the Cardinals in this football game, and I like them to cover that spread with ease.
Okay.
With ease. So we're calling it 3.5. We're not calling it 1, Corey. We're calling it 3.5 because you get 2.5 for being a home team. I think they cover it by a touchdown. I think Cardinals win this game by at least a touchdown. I think they pull up in there. And how big would that be? Like you were just pointing to it earlier, Corey. You pull up in there to Seattle, the 12th man, a.k.a. that thing still gets loud up in there, and you get a dub, it's going to be nice. It's going to be nice. What do you say?
I'm with you on that. I like the Cardinals too, man. I like Kyler Murray. This is big comeback year for him. And I got a sleeper fantasy pick for you. You're going to like this one. Oh, Marvin Harrison Jr.
He's sitting on my damn bench. Sit on my bench. It's on my bench. He couldn't get no further down on the bottom of my bench on my team. I'm telling you right now, man. That joker, dude. Nah. No. Don't listen to this guy over here, guys. He's not telling you right. This guy right here is telling you wrong. I'm telling you.
Over 16 fantasy points in 2 out of his last 3 games, folks.
What happened in that? When you say 2 out of 3, what happened in that one that he didn't get it? I'm just curious.
Just saying, the last time we saw him in week 10, he had 16 fantasy points against the Dolphins. Not the Dolphins.
He's sitting on my bench.
Okay.
Sitting on my bench.
All right, we got 2 more to talk about. The last team from the NFC West we haven't talked about, the Rams. They get Philly at home. Philly's 8-2. They're tied with y'all. All right.
It's easy.
Vegas has got this as Philly by 3 on the road.
So Philly by 5.5.
Pretty
We'll call it
much.
that.
Yep.
I like Philly in this football game. I like Philly as a football team. They're another one of those teams in the NFC. Like you got the Lions, you got the Vikings, you got the Eagles, and it's not Vikings then Eagles. It's kind of like Vikings, Eagles, Eagles, Vikings, however you want to say that. In my opinion, right now, the way Jalen Hurts is playing, they're finally coming into that offense, Corey. They're another team that got a new offensive coordinator. They got a new defensive coordinator. You can see things are starting to click. Quinyon Mitchell, their first round pick that they had this year
Oh, dude's a baller.
out of Toledo, hasn't allowed a touchdown all season.
Yeah.
That's a rookie.
He's gonna be special.
So they fixed their secondary issues, which is an issue that they had last season. Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, Saquon freaking Barkley, man, has an offense. He has an offensive line and a team around him. Fly, Eagles, fly, baby. Fly, Eagles, fly. And they're going to fly. And they're going to fly some more.
I got the Rams in this one. I just feel like Philly's been on a long win streak. I feel like they're due to lose one for some reason. I agree with everything you said. You know, they invested heavily in their back end. Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, the only white corner in the league. Love that dude. Reed Blankenship. Like, they got a strong secondary. That was their weakness, and they didn't want to address their weakness.
They fixed it.
They really did. It's something about that Rams, that two-hitted monster they got at receiver. Matt Stafford's been playing better lately.
I agree.
I think it's going to be tight. I think the Rams win it with a late field goal. I think they'll be down by like 2 or 1 points. They'll get the ball with about a minute left and find a way to win it. But I can be totally wrong. I think the smart money is on the Eagles, but I'm hoping for an upset from my Lions. I need some breathing room.
It's going to be a battle. It's going to
Yeah.
be a battle. It's going to be a battle for sure. I like the Eagles though, man. They look like a good football team.
Yeah, they got some offensive weapons, man.
They look like a team that has learned from their past, like last season. Remember they start 10-1,
11
and then they ended up 11-1, something crazy,
Yeah.
bro. And then they just ended up going on that massive losing streak, and the wheels just kind of fell off of that thing. They fired the offensive coordinator, they fired the defensive coordinator, they got some draft picks, they brought in some young cats back here in the corner. Howie Long, if we're talking about like GMs of the year and everything, I mean, right up there with our GM, because going and picking up Sam Darnold, doing things like that, and I don't know, bro. It's what the Eagles do, the way they run their organization over there. It's second to none, bro. Howie Long, he's a hell of a GM.
Nah, he's a good one, man. He's a good one. All right, so we differ on that one. And then last but not least, we got the Hardball Bowl. All right. We got Baltimore going on the road to play the Los Angeles Chargers on Monday night. This is a big game because I'm going to go to the standings. I'm going to show you the AFC standings and where it sits at right now.
Yeah.
If we're talking about the playoffs, right now, Baltimore is sitting at 6. I don't see them winning that division. Maybe Pittsburgh might lose here in a second, so it could be that. But Baltimore's at 6, and then the Chargers are at 5. The Chargers, they're not going to win their division because Kansas City's in their division. So you're talking about essentially 2 wild card teams. I'll say this. I'll start this one off, and I'll kind of hand it off to you. I like Justin Herbert and what the Chargers are doing.
Scary said the same thing.
And they play good defense. They were not as good on defense last year. It's like Harbaugh up, and they just made a few changes on the defensive side. They got a top 5 defense. They run the ball at you. And then Justin Herbert sitting back there, play action, Ladd McConkey, Quentin Johnston. I like this team a lot. I think they're going to beat the Ravens. I really do.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I mean, I was saying the same thing in my head. You were saying it on the screen. I'm hearing you say it. And I'm just like, dude, yes. I think so too. The Baltimore Ravens secondary is absolute dog trash.
It's trash.
Crap. It sucks.
Yeah.
Let's keep this PG around here. It sucks. It's dog water.
It's the worst
terrible.
secondary in the league. They give up the most yards and points
And
to
yeah,
all receivers. Yeah.
they give up more than my Vikings. That's saying something, bro. Let me tell you. But anyways, it's just crazy, bro.
It's hard to go against Lamar Jackson. It's hard to go against that team because Baltimore's been good.
It is. But with Justin Herbert, I like what you said. He was kind of a little bit banged up at the beginning of this season, too. That cat's healthy. He's taking that ball. He's running the ball. He's throwing darts. That dude is throwing
slinging it
missiles out there. Like that game that he threw this last game
against the Bengals, bro.
He was throwing darts out there, my guy. Throwing darts. So I'm with you, bro. I like him. You got J.K. Dobbins back there too. Shout out J.K. Dobbins revenge game. You know, could he bust over 100 in this game? I don't know. We'll see. I like it. I like the Chargers. It's going to be a close, tight game. It's going to be a hard battle game. What's the spread on this one?
They got Baltimore as road 3-point favorites.
I figured that's how they was going to do that. Yeah. That's cool. Slide them. Give me the points. Give me those points.
Give me those points too.
Bring them on over this way. I'll take that.
I got them winning outright, so I'll happily take the 3 points.
All day, every day.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's do some rankings real quick. We're at week 12. We'll do some rankings. See where we got our team sitting and how it looks. You want to start us off, or you want me to go first?
You go for it.
All right. I'm going to give the Lions. I got them at 1. It would have been the Chiefs, but they just lost to Buffalo. I got Buffalo at number 2 because they just beat the Chiefs. I got the Chiefs at number 3. I got the Vikings at 4. I got the Steelers at 5. Might need to change that. About to lose. I got the Packers at 6.
I can dig it, bro.
I got the Packers at 6. This is where it gets hairy for me because you got a lot of quality teams all kind of bunched up here. But after that, I got the Chargers at 7. All right. I got Baltimore at 8. Okay. I got Green Bay at 9. All right. And this one was hard, but I'd rather have the Cardinals. Oh, I forgot the Eagles.
I was about to say, where do you got the Eagles at, brother?
Damn.
I was about to say here, brother. Where got the Eagles? Where they at?
I forgot to put them in there.
So
I'm going Lions 1, Bills 2, Chiefs 3, Vikings 4, Eagles 5, Steelers 6, Packers 7. All right. Then Chargers 8. I'm going to have to go. Who did I have? Baltimore 9 and then Arizona 10.
Okay. I like it. Okay. Here's mine. I got y'all at number 1, man. Y'all are the most complete looking football team right now. I can't argue with that. I still got the Chiefs at number 2 just simply because it's Patrick Mahomes and it's everybody else whenever the rubber meets the road. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care. Yeah. You got to put the Bills up there at number 3 because they just beat the Chiefs and they're the only team to beat the Chiefs this year. So you got to give them credit where credit's due. My number 4 team, I've got to put the Philadelphia Eagles up there, man. Just the way that they've been looking, who they've beaten, and the progression that they have shown as the season has progressed, okay?
Yeah.
Number 5, I've got my Vikings. Number 6, I've actually got the number 6. I like. Oh, this one's tough.
That's where it gets crazy, right?
I had a tough time with number 6, but I'll put the Steelers. Number 7, I got the Ravens. After tonight, I might flip-flop that, and I might drop the Steelers. But as of right now, we're saying that the Steelers ain't going to lose. I got them at 6. I got the Ravens. And then the Ravens at 7. I like the Chargers at 8. I got my Commanders at 9, and then I got the Green Bay Packers at 10.
Oh, that's solid. That's solid.
That's kind of where I'm at with it.
That's solid. And you can argue that 6 through 10. I mean, you can really argue that you get 10 different people in the room, you might get 10 different orders on that thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's hard to really forecast. But I like your top 10. I wanted to go Chiefs over Bills, but I just saw the matchup and they won by 9 points.
Yeah,
it wasn't like it was a field goal or anything. So I kind of give them the nod on that.
I'm kind of past biased on that. Just because I've seen whenever the playoffs.
Yeah, we've seen, bro, when the playoffs start, it's literally you don't want to play the Chiefs.
To me, if I'm a Bills fan, I might have wanted my team to lose that game to the Chiefs. As crazy as that sounds. I know that sounds crazy, right? Why? No?
No.
You know why? Because if they meet up in the playoffs, Corey, you know just as well as I do. You played a few years in the NFL. How hard is it to beat a team two times in 1 year?
Oh, it's hard. Yeah,
it's very difficult, right?
Yeah,
it's very, and it's probably even harder whenever they've got Andy Reid and freaking Patrick Mahomes on the other side over there, right?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's kind of what I'm looking at.
I feel you.
And then you add in it's the Buffalo Bills in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So
this might be their year, man. They've been knocking at the door. You never know, man. Josh Allen, who's your MVP pick right now since we're halfway through the season?
Oh gosh, that's so hard, man. That I don't know, man. I mean, if you're looking at numbers, you're going just strictly off numbers. I mean, Josh Allen's definitely in that conversation.
He's up
for
there.
regular season. I liked before he lost to the Eagles. I liked Jaden Daniels be up in there, but I don't think he's in there anymore. I think he's kind of fallen off the last couple of weeks. Dude, I mean, it's got to be Josh Allen right now, right?
That's what I'm thinking.
And it's just because Patrick Mahomes is having an off year numbers wise.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got to be.
I got him. Josh. I got J.A. I would give it to J.A. right now. If we had this conversation last week, it would have been Lamar.
I would, that, or I might have said Jared Goff if he didn't throw 5 picks.
They still won, though.
I get it.
It's a bad look to throw 5 picks. I get it.
Terrible in one game, buddy. Yeah. I thought 3 was terrible. My gosh, 5, bro. What?
Yeah.
He could. Why couldn't you do that against us? Why y'all couldn't throw 5 picks against us? Bro?
Y'all had your chances. Now 2 of those were tipped. It was 2 of them wasn't his fault, but 3 of them damn sure was. So still, any way you slice it, it's not a good look to throw.
And 5. Shame on the Texans to get 5 interceptions and lose the damn game.
Lose the game. Hey man.
Shame on you guys.
You gotta cash in on your opportunities. You know what I mean? When you get 5 opportunities, you gotta cash in.
When you play us again, turn it over 5 times, see what we do with it.
Buddy, we will. He knows better. He knows he better not ever do that again.
Buddy.
Yeah.
So, all right, man. Go ahead and close this thing out, Corey.
Man, we back, y'all. We back.
In this
little layoff, but it's all good. We appreciate y'all hanging with us. Please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when we're on here, and please share this, share it everywhere. Check us out on TikTok, check us out on X, check us out on Instagram. Please follow us on all of those platforms. We appreciate y'all.
Please,
really do, man. B, closing words,
man. Nothing much. Great to be back up in this thing. We'll see y'all Sunday. Hop on here after Sunday Night Football to come and get the breakdown from me and my guy Corey over here. And also, too, you guys can follow us on that TikTok, like he said. My guy Corey over here, if you guys need any help with your fantasy football, you need to know who to start, you need to know who to sit. My guy Corey over here, he's going to let you know what time it is over there. So, that's what we own. All right, then, guys. Peace, love, happiness, good dreams. Good dreams, never nightmares, my man. And we gonna sleep like babies. You heard me?
Hell yeah.
All right then. Y'all be good, bro.
Peace.